fixed it! Welcome to Wisconsin, where it's 65 one minute, and it's 20 and snowing the next. So, Scott Implement is finally hosting their annual spring sale. Every spring they have an auction, and we're planning on going to at least some of it, just to see what things go for. We saw a lot of different pieces of equipment that personally I would like to see what they go for in auction. We're at Scott's now, and as you can't probably tell, it snowed a little bit last night, but we're not coming here with the plans of buying anything. We're just kind of scoping out, seeing what the stuff goes for. Should be interesting. Alright, so actually probably one of the things that I was most interested in just seeing at the sale was what these Massey's go for. I'm pretty sure these are Scott's. It doesn't have a dealer tag on it anywhere that I can see. But I wanted to compare with the price of one of these smaller Massey's. This one is 120 horse. I wanted to compare it to like a John Deere 6M to see what the price variation is for what one of these will go on an auction for the list price on a John Deere 6M. So I'm kind of interested to find out what this goes for. I'm hoping that they'll start selling them soon, but I don't know. I'm trying to keep the camera low because I don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves here. We just want to watch the auction go on. So, but I think one of these would be really nice. I mean, it would be nice to have another smaller chore tractor, but I don't know. It's not exactly in the budget, but for future years down the line, I just kind of wanted to see, like, I don't know, kind of price compare, you know. So I'm gonna hop back out. They have this thing running. It runs pretty smooth. I'm assuming it's a 4-cylinder, but I don't really know too much about Massey Ferguson's. So I'm gonna hop back out and see where the auctioneer is.
I said, hey, pretty lady, won't you give me a sign? I'd give anything to make you mine online. I'll do your bidding and be at your beck and call.
She's been using and abusing her day. This one tractor I wouldn't mind is a 4960. Someone's been going over some rough terrain. I climbed up into this Massey Ferguson 8670. It has 1,600 hours on it. I take it this was used as like a rental unit. On the outside, it looks like someone's gone over some pretty rough terrain. The mud guards have been hitting the hood. That's not really something that should happen, really ever. I know that on the 82, there's just one spot that the mud guards can hit, and John Deere went ahead and put like a little rubber protector on it so it hits bare metal. It really doesn't do too much to the paint or anything. But this one looks like it's seen better days. I just want to see what these Masseys go for, because generally, from what I've seen, the prices on the Masseys that you can get through a dealer are pretty exorbitant. They are pretty high, but I want to see what they go for in auction, what people are actually willing to pay. I think there should be a difference, but we'll see. Well, this is kind of cool. I've never actually seen the dash lit up on a Massey Ferguson before. Seems like it's a pretty bare bones monitor.
He's taking beats and calling them out loud. And I guess I'm really getting in it. I just shouted out above the crowd.
131, is that right? 192, 12 and a half, 192.
I said, hey, pretty lady, won't you give me a sign? I'd give anything to make you mine. I'll do your business, being begging wrong. Yeah, I've never seen anyone looking so fine. Man, I gotta have a shoe of one of a kind. I'm going twice, I'm so the lady in a long black dress was one my horn in no contest. Red lips, blonde hair, blue eyes. Well, I'm about to bend my heart goodbye.
Honestly, this thing ain't too bad. 2,000 hours on overhaul. 4430. Seems like it's pretty well taken care of. It's not too dirty or anything. I mean, she is pretty wore, especially look at the wear on the transmission. Be interesting to see what this thing goes for. So now I am in a 1995 Ford 8670 with 10,500 hours on it. It actually seems like a pretty decent tractor. 10,000 hours on it, it's probably needing an overhaul. It seems like it's set up pretty nice, but I don't really know how any of these things really work. Well, it actually lights up there too. This is my first time being in an older style Ford. Transmission, engine speed, SCVs, 3-point I'm gonna guess, PTO I'm gonna guess. Yep, PTO. It's set up a lot like the 7600 is, to be perfectly honest. It kind of is what it feels like. But I don't know what one of these would go for.
All right, now 7 and a half. And now 13 down on it. 13 now 2 and a half. And 13, he's out. I'll take the one over there. I'll take it there. 13, one's at it. And 13, one soda brand. I said it, Danny. 13,000.
13,000.
5, 7, 13, 7, 5, 7, and a half. So you got it bought for 13,500.
What's your number?
We'll complete this. Hey, Massey, 6615, gentlemen. No, 15-year model. 2,096 hours on it, guys. Very beautiful tractor. Yeah, I did it again. Able to that day on that one. I did 75. I did it again. 5, 6 down on. Able to that day 6. Self-brand 55. Step 3, 55. All right, now we got an L223, I believe. Is that right? This is Mr. Martin. 30 hours back engine overall. 2011 model. Look at me, I can't read that. 18 pound dollar. 5 favorite 18 over there. 5 favorite 18. Favorite 18 over there. 5 favorite 18. Favorite 18. Favorite 18. Favorite 18 pound dollar. 5 favorite 18. 12 favorite 18. Left pound dollar. 12. 12 13 5. 13 5. 13 5. 2 pound now 14. Now 5. 14. Now 5. Again. 16. 16 5. Sold it, $16,250. There's 82.5. And now 5 cents.
So tell my son I saw you guys.
Thanks.
20. And just go up down and price one of them new boys that'll really set you back. $20, $20, get 10, 15. $10 from a $15, $10 to $10, give it a $15, $10 to $10, $15, $10 give $15, $10 to $10, $12, $10 from a £12, $10 give it a £12 here, $10 never down 12, $11 down 12, $10 11 bid down 12, $10 $11 when you get 12, $11 $12, $11 give it a 12, 11 5, 11 5, you get 5 down 12, 11 5 here, 12 11 5 when you get 12. $12, $11 5 here, give $12, $11 5 here, give $12, $11 5, 750, 11 5 here, $750, $11 5 here, $750, $11 5 here, give $750, $11 5 here, 750, 11 5, 11 750, 11 5, 750, hold it, 11 5 on, 5 2 3. Alright, pull up, got a back wing. $75 $75 here, $77 here, $75 $75, $75 $76 $75 6, now 7, $77,000, $76 $10 $10 $76 $76 $7, we get 7, $76,000 on 302.
Anything wrong with that? You what that turbo chisel right?
What's that?
That turbo chisel you guys were looking at?
Yeah.
About 11.
11 and a half.
20.
At least 20. The guy I was standing next to is my neighbor. He's like, yeah, you should have bought that and taken some of the shanks off.
Wow, that's some of the tons you put out here these days.
There was a sunflower disc ripper, I guess went for $2,200.
Wow, that Kraus finisher back over there, that only, well, a couple of finisher will only run $3,500, $4,500.
Down, $9, $58, give 9, 58, 5, 58, 5.
Stand on a farm sale, no sales that price. That tractor brings $65,000 to $75,000 on a farm sale.
That's right, boys.
You can't find them at that 10 hours and it's well
$58, 59, $58,000 on the 9, 58, 5, 58, 5, 58, 5, $58,000 to $500, $58,000 give 5. So it's Command West, $58,000. 100% boys, fire right track, 100%, 27.5. 50 down, down, up, 2, 5, 50 down, down, 2, 5 here, 50 down, up, 2, 5 here, now 5, 55 down, 52, 5 here, 55, 55 down, 55 down, 52, 5 here, 55 down, 50. 52 5, no, you're not in, 55, now 7 5, 57 5, John, 57 5, 60. Now 60 pounds out of the 57 pound gear 60, 57 5 here, now 60 pounds out of 7 5 here, gear 60, 58, 57 5, 58,000, 57 5 here, 58,000 out of 57 pound gear 8, sold it to you, 57 5 your number. Alright, she's right and drive in every way, fellas. 45 pounds out of 45 pounds out of 40 pounds out of 40 pounds out of 40 pounds out of 40 pounds out of 22 pounds 25. I get 22 pounds, 25 pounds out of 22 pounds, over 25 pounds out of 2 5 here, 25 pounds out of 22 5 gear 5. I get 22 pounds, 25 pounds out of 22 5 gear 5 pounds out of 22 5 gear 25 pounds out of 22 5 25. Now 20 gear 5, now 75, 25 75. 25 75 here, 25 from a 75 here, 25 from a 75, 25 27 5. 25 pounds, I'll give it a 75 here, 25 pounds, 26 pounds, 25, 6, 7, 26, 27 pounds, 27, 28 pounds, 28, now 9, 29, 29, 28, 29, 30, and then 30 pounds, 29 here, give 30 pounds, 29 here, give 30, 29 here, then 30 pounds, 29 here, give 30 pounds, 29, give 30, 30, 30, more than 30 pounds, 29 here, give 30, and get 29 here, now 30 pounds,
We're going to buy these tractors, guys. That's a lot of tractors for a lot, not much money, that's for sure.
29 pounds, 30, 29 5, 29 5, 29 pounds, 9 pounds here, 29, 9 pounds here, 29 5, 29 5, sold it, 29,000.
Pretty clean on the inside, actually.
need no here. I did it down, David got David down, David got David 30, David got David down, 15, 17, 5, 15, David got 17 again, David got David 18, David got 19, 19, 18, 20, I did it 25, David got David 20. Now one, Charles, what about you? 21 pounds, now two, one, you can walk that ball, 22 down, 1, 5, now two, and 1, 5, 22 down, 1, 5, 2 down, so two in a row, 21 5, right there with that. Yeah, Mr. Fox, I did it, walk up here and talk to Kenny, I did it,
So now we are back from the auction, and unfortunately we didn't come home with anything, but that's okay because we didn't really go there with the intention of buying anything in the first place. I was kicking myself a few times after the 4960 sold because that went for around 28,000, and I've been looking at these things online for quite some time now, and they would usually go between 40 and 60,000s for the really good ones. Even the really bad ones that were kind of beat up only went for maybe 35 at the least, and that one went for 28. The only thing that tractor really had of an issue was, well, first of all, it didn't come with duals that I know of, but also the dash was kind of tore out of it too. It was missing some pieces, but I mean, that stuff could be fixed, but I don't know. I think I'll have to start going to more of these auctions. This is the first auction that I've been to that was not a farm auction, where a farmer's stuff was going up for sale. So I enjoyed going to it. There was a few times where I got a little nervous because one time I held my camera up, and this is like the first thing that I was trying to get footage of. I held my camera up and I held it in front of my face, but they asked me, "Are you bidding? Are you bidding?" I'm like, "Oh, no." So I just held my camera down my chest the rest of the time. And after that, I told Travis was standing next to me, and then there's someone else standing like right next to me, but like right behind me. And he was like right up behind me. And he actually was bidding on, I think it was like a tractor or something. I think it might have been one of those Fords. And the guys kept pointing at me, "Are you bidding? Are you bidding?" But I knew they were talking to the guy behind me. He kept bidding on it, and they were bidding up. I'm just kind of sitting over here looking in the other direction, looking down at the ground, trying not to bid on it. And they don't joke. When you're at those auctions, you really have to watch your body and make sure you're not like accidentally throwing up anything, because they could mistake it as a bid. So anyway, trying to think back on what else went up for sale. Oh, there was a Massey. Next time if I ever go to an auction, I need to have a loan pre-approved. The Massey that was there had like 1,500 hours on it, and it was 250 horse, and it went for $77,000. That is dirt cheap for a 250 horse tractor, especially for what we bought the 82 for. That's a steal. So the only difference is with auctions that you have to be careful with them is that there might be something wrong with the tractor that you don't know about. It's just something that you have to kind of account for when you're actually bidding on stuff. We actually went and got a number just in case there was anything that we were interested in bidding on that would go for a steal. I don't know. I mean, I do have the money in my account that I could have like bid on some of that higher stuff, but that money needs to go for something else. So I'm not going to be foolish or anything. For all I know, that one of those tractors could have something wrong with them. But it definitely is something to look into in the future. I think that if you go to an auction like that, you have a pretty good chance of finding a really good deal. And one of the biggest reasons why I haven't bought a tractor is just because, you know, I haven't come across any really good deals, and I can't really find them just, you know, looking around the local area. And I never really paid much attention to those auctions, so I think I should start paying more attention to them. I enjoyed going. We got recognized quite a bit, but I don't know, it was just fun to do, just to see what some stuff was going for at the going rate. And I think my theory behind the Massey's was true. The list price on those things is generally pretty high, but on auction, those things go for a pretty good price. I think that one was probably one of the ones that I was most impressed by. If I had the money and the willingness to buy one, I definitely would have been bidding on that Massey. So anyway, yeah, this video is pretty well it. I just wanted to cover some of the things that went up for sale. If I had seen, which I did, a pretty good manure spreader go for anything less than like $3 grand, I probably would have bid on it. And there was also a Bobcat skid steer there that I was really close to bidding on. It was sitting around like 8,000, I think. And I was looking over at this one guy, and I had seen that he started bidding on it. And I'm like, wow, he looks really familiar. And he bid it up to like 13.5, I think. And it was a used Bobcat. It was an S175 with 4,000 hours on it, and it went for about what it should have. So, but that guy, it was actually a distant relative of mine. And yeah, I've known him for years, since I was a kid, and I didn't even recognize him. Just when you have so many people, and I used to be really good with faces, but I'm not so much anymore, just because for the simple fact that I see so many people now, and I try to remember all their faces, but I'm really bad at it. So I'm actually better with names now more than faces nowadays. But anyway, enough of me talking. With that, I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share it with your friends if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.
Hey!